Hello, welcome to Goldfield BRC. This property was bought by a wonderful woman by the name of Donna Ray Watson last year on the way home from Burning Man. She stopped at the Dinky Diner and she saw a flyer on the wall. And she's always loved Goldfield. And she's been going to Burning Man for 13 plus years. And she came over here, looked at real estate, and the guy that she was traveling with is a lapidary, so he cuts rocks. So he went around rock hounding while Donna looked at real estate here in town. So Donna comes back and meets up with her traveling companion that is the lapidary. He bought a rock, Donna bought a building. This building was purpose-built Elks Lodge in 1927. In 22, 90% of Goldfield burned down. So this is one of the first buildings rebuilt after the Great Fire. One of the buildings that was sitting on this property got burned down. So the basement's still there, but they built a much bigger building in its space. And so we've only had it for a year, and we've only been working on it about a month. And we've left it in its raw stage so people can see the way it was. Because you never get that back. You never get, the peeling paint and the,
Okay.
you don't get the true funk back. And we want to, at least until after this year's Burning Man, we're going to get a crew of people in here. And in a couple of weeks, we'll have this place completely knocked out and cleaned up. But until then, we're going to let the funk shine. And on that, let me show you some of the things that we've done so far. And you can see that all the plaster lath has been ripped down from this room. And this is what that process looks like, of ripping down plaster lath. It is a mother. And the evil bastard that put up the stringers to put the, what's that whiteboard called with paper on both sides?
Sheetrock.
Sheetrock. 80s. The guy that put up the sheetrock, put up the stringers, used 16 penny nails. So each one of those stringers is a total pain in the ass to pull down. This is 2 days of work to pull down the drywall, 2 days of work to get to this point. And I said, F it. So, walking this way, you have some really bad coffee and some. That's the only reason it's bad coffee. It's been sitting there since yesterday.
I'm down for extra coffee.
It's $2.20 on the money, honey.
It'll keep us up for all night, all right?
Oh yeah.
He says $5 a
make
cup.
Another pot. I'm not afraid.
Ooh, I'm a coffee drinker too.
Yeah, I'll totally throw a pot down. So this wall right here actually fell off of its footing and slid off of its footing. And you can see kind of where that light is. If you look down, you can see where we poured a new footing.
Ah, okay. Can't really see with the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did a 15 inch by 15 foot long footing to set this wall down on, which is severe overkill, but that's the way I like to roll. And if anybody remembers the art piece at Burning Man called Uchronia, it was built out of small, lath wood, and it was kind of like waves. It was like a big circles and kind of almost like a big wave. It was absolutely gorgeous and one of the most badass fires I've ever seen. Mm. That being said, I want to, with this wall, take the floor and wrap it up so it'll be like a skateboard ramp.
Oh wow!
Up that wall with miscellaneous pieces of wood, like almost. Have you seen driftwood art? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Driftwood art. That floor up to the wall and then light behind it.
Wow.
Have you ever heard of Malwolf? That's in. It's a new art collective that is starting in Albuquerque. The guy that writes, what's the big Game of Thrones, is the funder and the main artist behind the Meow Wolf. We want to kind of go that direction, but stay Old West.
Right.
We wanted high art, but Old West.
Oh, is that vintage looking? Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
So it's
then.
not steampunk's dead. Steampunk's silly. I want more of remember Mousetrap,
The game.
the game Mousetrap. What is that? That kind of style,
Okay.
but Old West.
All right.
You're gonna keep
But-
the flavor of Goldfield here.
Oh, it's gonna. We're gonna put so much flavor in Goldfield, you're gonna have a tummy ache. you won't be able to fart straight. So a lot of people over the years have done a lot of silly things, like move these registers around, and one crazy bastard removed probably 90% of all the old plaster, which is kind of a shame. Granted, it is falling down, but it could have been saved. But to the upstairs, and case in point, last time I was up here, this door was shut, and it's not like it opens or closes easily. Like that
Oh, wow.
was shut, or that was open when I gave my last tour.
And now it was shut when we came up.
It's not a.
Oh, it's.
Usually shut.
Whoa.
Plaster.
We want this roof coming down on us.
Yep.
And now it's open.
All ever.
So that's one of the odd things that happens around here.
Yes. So this is the men's bar.
Men only,
Men only.
right next to the 4 women.
Get out.
The women had to pass their jackets through the window.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
that's how hardcore Elks are. And to get into the ballroom, you either were on that side of the door to get into the ballroom, or if you were at Elk, you could go through that far door. But there was a man checking your credentials of elkiness.
Right.
Or elkdom, whatever. Elks are.
Just making sure it's safe to walk in here.
70%. Like, you're standing directly above where the wall is failed.
Okay, thanks for telling me that.
So yeah, that wall is directly below us.
Oh,
That's why all the plaster lat is
Okay.
out of that room. Because, the rains.
all right.
And this was an actually functioning Elks Lodge until 76. Wait a little bit. Yeah, fine. So that's what. And I also don't know what kind of surprises underneath there. So that's another reason. Floors are last.
Right.
Hidden treasures.
Yeah. Speaking of treasures, that leads us to.
Oh.
Bum, 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 bum.
Dum da da dum dum.
This is just a plastic covering or whatever it is?
Yeah, it's like a rubberized covering.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, a ghost!
Where? Chase it. Catch it.
There it is. There's the ghost.
He's awfully happy.
Hi.
He is a friendly little.
Best one I've ever seen.
He's really quiet. He's been
Is he?
really considerate. But in this room here,
Okay, bye, Casper. Okay, I can see you fine.
cool. Do we need light?
No, you're fine.
Okay. So this safe here has been open since the 80s. And there is missing Elks jewelry. So there is a possibility that this contains the Elks jewelry. I'm hoping for like just old paperwork and like the books and
Right.
things like that. I
if I
love
told you-
double-ended accounting.
What if I told you I was a locksmith and if I could get it open for you, I get half what's in there?
Talk to Donna. No, this was she's really intrigued by this.
I would be too. That's amazing.
Yeah, and over here, you can almost see if you had one of those really great cameras.
Yep.
This is
Oh, wow.
the bylaw books of the Elks.
Oh wow, yeah, I can see the letters all in it.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
So yeah, 1976 was its last year. I
Wow.
think that's 76, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So yeah, and a lot of this are leaving in the way we found it.
Well, that is awesome. Come in.
That is really cool.
All right.
And that's going to be leaving the building,
Just try to get it open without.
not just to get it open, to get it
Yes.
off the pressure of the floor,
Right.
because that is not helping this building
Right.
at
You
all.
know, they could probably just X-ray it. See what's inside, right?
They could, we're gonna just cut the bottom out of it.
I mean, what if there's nothing in there and that way you don't destroy it? But if you're saying bottom, if you.
Yeah, and.
Okay, this is another room.
Yeah, it's done. It's a piece of, it's garbage. There's an exception of just sitting here.
Oh, it totally. It should be like the one in Nelson, Nevada. Just sits there.
It's a bookstore.
All right.
And this way is the reason she bought the building.
Oh, there's more here. Okay.
But there's more.
Okay. Wow, let's see here. Oh, wow. What is this?
This is a 3,000 square foot ballroom without any pillars on a second floor in a 1927 building with
Wow.
maple floors that unfortunately they let the ceiling go. It's a cantilevered roof to hold up the ceiling, so it's a rounded type roof, and there's flat spots on either side of the cantilever, and that's right where it failed. So all four corners are bad.
Right.
So anybody walk in there to...
Now, this is...
Oh, you're just doing it for safety reasons?
Oh, yeah. Like even here. This is one more rotten spots. There's still a big subfloor,
Oh.
but we just don't want to take the chance.
Yeah.
And I love people, but people are stupid.
Yeah, it's one of their.
One of my favorite bits of this is this.
Oh. What is it?
This is what would dim the lights. You know the little push dimmers that you have in your house now?
Yeah.
This is what 1920 dimmer was.
Oh,
And the
man.
Elks would turn off all the lights and then bring up, they had a big star that would hang in the center of the room.
That is
Oh.
And that was, I guess there's starlight. And supposedly Elks really threw down. They were known for their lavish parties that would start Friday afternoon and end Sunday morning. Yeah, so there's a lot of debauchery already had here. And we're going to, you thought it was debaucherous before? And also, Goldfield, back in its heyday, was the loudest place in the West.
Really?
Because they had stamp mills. There's right down the road, there's a 100 stamp mill. And it was known as the noisiest town in the West.
And it was as large as Chicago back then.
Yeah, it was 20, 30,000 people.
And within 5 or 6 years, it almost goes down. Yeah.
So how many people live here?
There's like 175 residents of Goldfield, but people that actually live here, you only see about 25 to 30 of them. So the rest
Oh.
are doing, I know nothing.
I gotcha.
Is it a seasonal town, sort of like how Pioche is?
Yes,
Okay.
kind of. But the people that don't want to be seen aren't seen.
Okay.
It's kind of a hills have eyes type thing.